Good morning, everyone. I am so grateful to be back with you this morning on the podcast. So, it's been a while since I've released an episode. The last episode we released was with Scott Graham. Got a lot of plays on that episode. I'm sure you guys loved it. Feel free to email me with feedback you had on that episode. It's really helpful with developing the show. And we're open to all types of feedback. So after that episode released, I've had a lot of things going on. So basically the last half of December for me is all about planning for 2024. And it's not so much that I sit down with a planner and write down every single thing that I'm going to do every day. But what I like to do is visualize me reaching my goals, and then reverse engineering back to the beginning of the year to figure out what steps need to be done to reach that goal. So I've set some goals this year for my podcasting career, my coaching career, and my writing career. And I've just been doing a lot of things that are going to set me up for success, okay? And like with my book, publishing my book, I know that I want to publish my book in March, okay? So that means I need to be mindful of the things that I need to do in February and January. And if the book comes out in March, then I need to start planning how I'm going to promote that book in April, May, June, July, and all the months that follow. So that's basically what I'm working on right now. But the reason why I wanted to come on here and talk to you guys is because this time right now can be so stressful for so many people. This is a time where anxiety gets ramped up, depression is in full force, and grief is overwhelming for a lot of people. I'm trying to pick the right word. But yeah, I think around Christmas, if you live in America, most of us, we have a Christmas holiday on December 25th. And it's a time where a lot of us get together with our families. And this is a time where our grief can be really difficult to get through and to overcome, because this is the time where we all came together. And all of us coming together is a reminder of the person that we've lost. So with all of these things going on, at the end of the year, with the idea of a new year coming, a lot of us start feeling stuck, okay? We can't move. Or what'll happen is the opposite. You'll get a lot of motivation at the end of the year, and then when the new year rolls around and you have all these resolutions, I'm using air quotes here, resolutions, they all just kind of fade away and you don't do any of it. And that's why I've kicked resolutions. I don't do resolutions anymore. I plan my year out. I review the year I had before. And reviewing the year and planning the year just gets me consciously aware of what's going on for the year ahead. And I also like to come up with one word. It's going to be like my mantra. In the past, let's see, I've used things like reset, things like that. Just one word that can really keep you motivated, keep you on track. And I'll be honest with you, it's 7:30 in the morning and I'm really struggling to come up with more examples. So yeah, I haven't decided on my word of the year yet. I'm still working on that. Like I said, it needs to be something that, for me, it needs to be something special. And that's kind of why I don't think I've thought of it yet, because there's just hasn't been a word that's popped into my mind. I was like, ooh, that's it. And I also like to have an affirmation, a positive affirmation focused on gratitude that I can take into the new year with me. So those are the things that I'm working on. You know, I'm not telling you not to have a resolution. I'm not telling you that. What I'm suggesting is that you change the way you look at it. Don't give yourself so much pressure. You know, that pressure is not really necessary. You are allowed to do things in your time. You are allowed to do things differently than other people. You know, just because you're at a certain age or a certain place in your life doesn't mean that you're not doing things right. It doesn't mean that you're a bad person, you know. And what I really wanted to talk to you guys about today is just, I want to bring to your attention that we are all just figuring it out. This is the big secret of life, the big secret that nobody wants anybody to know. You know, a lot of us walk around like we know what we're doing, and the truth is we really, really don't, do we? No. We pretend like we do until it looks like we do. And that's the thing, you know, everything is figure outable. You don't have to have all the answers all at once. And you're not going to know exactly what to do when you start doing something. That's a part of the learning process. Think about it. If you knew everything, there would be no need for you to learn anything. It would be pointless. So that's what I want you to keep in mind. As you go into this next year, remember that you can figure out anything, just like you have in the past. You figured out everything else in your life. Why would this be any different? Why would this year be any different? Okay, remember, nobody has all the answers. There are plenty of experts out there. I'm an expert in gratitude, but that does not mean that I know everything there is to know about gratitude. There is so much more. You don't have to know it all. You don't have to have all the answers. Just come up with a couple simple goals that you want for the new year. Or say, you know, who do I really want to be, and what can I do to start becoming that version of me? You know, if you are working for somebody else right now and you want to be the CEO of your own company, use this year as a test run to see what it will feel like to be the CEO of your own company. Adjust your schedule. Does it look like the schedule of a CEO? Well, if the answer is no, you need to ask yourself, what does this mean? Does this mean that, one, I need to change my schedule to look like that of a CEO, or two, maybe I'm really not ready for that in my life. And guess what? That's okay. You know, it's okay to have a dream for ourselves and then to realize that's not really what I want, you know. I thought that's what I wanted. I thought I wanted a successful company, and I really didn't care if it was scrubbing toilets, you know. But when the success came, I felt empty. And it's because it wasn't fulfilling me. It wasn't what I was meant to do. It wasn't lighting me up. And I'm not going to say I wasted time on that, because I learned so much and I grew so much and I made so much freaking money. You know, I will never be mad at that. But, you know, at the end of the day, to me, life is about so much more than being able to say you built a company. Life is so much more than saying you made a bunch of money. You know, I want to say that I saved a bunch of people's lives. I want to say that I helped a bunch of people grow. And if I make a lot of money doing that, then that's awesome. That's a great added benefit. But that's not what it's all about. What drives my passion, what fuels my fire, is knowing that there are people out there who are suffering and struggling just like I was, and I have the potential to be able to help them out of that. That to me means more than anything, and that's why I'm here. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about today. Sorry. Let me get a sip of coffee, guys. That's what I want to talk to you about today. You know, as you go on the next couple of days until the beginning of the new year, you're going to see stuff on social media. You're going to see, you know, people planning out their year. You're going to see them talking about their New Year's resolutions. You're going to see them reviewing this previous year and all the highlights of all the cool stuff they've done. But remember, they are not showing you all the struggles that they've been through, okay? They're only showing you the good things. So keep that in mind, okay? Don't let that get you down. Don't compare yourself to others. Just focus on yourself. What do you want for 2024? Come up with a couple of goals. Kick the resolutions out the door, okay? We don't need to resolve that stuff because you're okay. We're just going to come up with some new ideas to guide you through 2024. All right? And remember, as you start working towards these goals, remember, you are not supposed to have all the answers. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. That stuff will come when the time is right. Just keep taking steps towards your goals. And if you fall or you make a mistake, remember, that is a blessing, okay? Because it is a lesson. It's teaching you what not to do, all right? So you don't have to make that mistake again. And that is really, really beautiful. So keep all of this in mind as you move into 2024, okay? Don't beat yourself up. Please don't compare yourself to others. There's no need because there is nobody like you. And that is why I love you. And that is why we're here together with this podcast, you know, like minds. So that's your self-care prescription for the end of 2023. I am so beyond grateful to say that we're wrapping up another year on this podcast. That is so incredible. January is going to be our 3rd birthday, and I am so excited. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for hitting play and showing up day after day. I do want to let you guys know that as we move into 2024, there is going to be a new structure for the show. So as I said, you know, I'm planning for the year ahead, and I do have some other career goals aside from the podcast. This year, the goal, so in the beginning of 2023, I set a goal to have 100,000 plays on the podcast. We did not reach 100,000 plays, but we are close to 40,000. And that is so exciting for me. Like 40,000 times someone has hit play on this podcast. That is so amazing and mind-blowing to me. And I'm sure that we will reach that goal soon. So with that being said, I've decided to make some changes to the structure of the show. I will be releasing one episode a week, like one daily divine download a week. And then we'll still have the affirmations, the book reviews, all the special segments, the special guest hosts, the how-tos with the answers, you know, answering you guys' questions. We're still going to have all that. Those will just be like released spontaneously along with that weekly episode. So I'm going to promise to deliver one episode every week, a daily divine download, just like this one today. And then the rest of the episodes, I'll just plan them out and let you guys know a couple days ahead of time when they're going to be released. So, you know, that's it for today, guys. Like I said, thanks for being on this journey with me. Like, wow, 2 years. That's so crazy. I can't believe it. I remember when I started this podcast, I was like, no one is going to listen to this. Like, this is just silly. It's just me talking into my phone. But it really has helped so many people. And, I'm glad that I didn't let those thoughts get in the way of me creating something so beautiful. Thank you so much for letting me share this with you. And with all that being said, I want you to have a grateful day.